Welcome back to Pandora's Box for Paladin Gaming. We are going to do the Vasudan branch of the campaign now, and we're going to run it parallel to the Terran branch. The Iron Fist will remain in Vasuda to hunt down the NTD Ludwig and its supporting vessels, while the GVD Abydos will proceed to Deneb to search for the NTD Guderian. The Iron Fist has requested volunteers for an officer exchange program, and your name is at the top of the list of potential candidates. Select accept to accept posting the Iron Fist, select decline to remain with the Abydos. This time we're going to remain with the Abydos and hopefully not get stuck flying, Great War era antiques.
Good news, pilots. Shortly before we shipped out of Vasuda, we received our promised compliments of Sirius and Dorrit fighters, as well as backbone segment bombers.
Excellent.
The aging Anubis Mark II, Seth, and Osiris will no longer be available for use. It would appear your access to the Southern Osiris class was quite limited, Alpha Wing. You now have access to the Prometheus Arcanum. You will also now have access to the new ships as well as to two new missile weapons. The GTM Hornet Spore missile and the GTM Harpoon missile. The Great War era Hornet is showing its age, but is still an effective weapon. The Harpoon is an aspect-seeking missile that is very effective against any fighter or bomber. Use them well.
Well, the Hornet's not an effective weapon, but carrying on.
The GVD Abydos and its flotilla are now in the Deneb system. This system is hotly contested. At present, the NTF holds approximately 60% of the system's space, plus the Alpha Centauri and Sirius jump nodes. The GTVA holds approximately 40% at the Vasuda node, in addition to Deneb 4, the system's sole habitable world. The NTD Guderian and the NTD Pandora managed to escape to the system through our blockade in Vasuda. However, the Ludwig did not. The GTD Iron Fist is currently hunting down the NTD Ludwig in Vasuda. Our goal here is simple. The destruction of the NTD Guderian and the recapture of the NTD Pandora. Command wishes to recapture the vessel, as destroying it would be rather wasteful. However, if recapture is not possible, we are authorized to destroy it, to prevent it escaping from this system.
Alright.
To effect that end, we will be commencing operations to wrest control of the Sirius node away from the NTF. Though they hold the Deneb Alpha Centauri node, Allied forces have secured the Alpha Centauri side of the node. Thus, it is unlikely the NTF will risk running a blockaded Alpha Centauri space. However, they have complete control of both sides of the Sirius node, making it their most likely escape route. We will attempt to seize this side of the node, to prevent the Guderian and Pandora's escape. Operations to obtain our goals will commence at 1,100 hours. I have downloaded attack report concerning our new fighters and bombers. I suggest you give it a glance. Dismissed.
Aye, Admiral. The Serapis-class interceptor is phasing out the older Anubis Mark II fighters. Thank God. The Serapis has better armor and maneuverability than the Anubis. It also boasts a second set of primary slots and two missile banks instead of the Anubis' single set of each. The Turret Heavy Fighter is the replacement of the aging Seth Heavy Fighter, which dates back to the Great War. The Turret has a cruising speed that is a full 10 meters per second greater than the Seth's, plus a larger missile capacity. It can mount two different primary systems, one of which boasts a quad mounting, giving the Turret primary firepower equal to that of the Great War era Hercules. The Baka Bomber is replacing the Osiris as the Vasudan Navy's strike bomber. It has a cruising speed of full 15 meters per second greater than the Osiris, plus it can mount two different primary weapons instead of just one. Though it has only two missile banks, these banks can carry more than any of the three banks on the Osiris, which isn't hard. And the Segment class Heavy Bomber. The Segment is an old design that was first seen in Hammer of Light Hand shortly after the destruction of the Lucifer. The Segment is a fusion of Vasudan and Shivan technologies, making it one of the most lethal bombers in the GTVA. Though it can mount only one primary weapon, it is in a quad configuration, plus it has three large missile banks. The Segment more than accurately fulfills the Vasudan Navy's need for a heavy bomber. Alright, so let's continue to our mission briefing. This is the first mission of the Vasudan branch of Pandora's Box. The hunt begins.
Listen up, pilots. As part of our efforts to flush the Pandora and Guderian out of hiding, we are initiating a system-wide assault against vital NTF supply lines and supply depots. Multiple strike groups will be deployed behind enemy lines to inflict as much damage as possible in hit-and-run raids. Alpha, Beta, and Gamma will be deployed near the Sirius jump node. This node is deep in NTF-controlled space, so you will be cut off from resupply. Operating with you will be the NTSC Oppenheimer. Though this science vessel is designated an NTF ship, it is controlled by GVD operatives, who are working with us on this operation.
Interesting. Like the whole crew.
The
How'd you pull that
Oppenheimer is
off?
equipped with sophisticated communications jamming equipment. The science vessel will ensure that the NTF forces cannot summon reinforcements via comms, but you must ensure that no hostiles manage to escape to report to their comrades. Do not allow Oppenheimer or its communication jamming panels to be destroyed. Your target is a large NTF supply convoy expected through the node. We expect the NTF will launch several wings to rendezvous with the convoy. Destroy them, then await the supply convoy. Be warned that the convoy ships may well attempt to jump out, so you will be operating under strict time limitations. Speed is of the essence here. That is all. Configure your loadouts if you wish, then report to the flight deck immediately. Dismissed.
Alright, destroy the entire supply convoy, destroy the supply convoy's escort wings, and ensure the GTSC Oppenheimer survives the battle. With its cover intact. Alright. We have Horus interceptors, but no, this is a strike mission. Alright, I will hold on to my bank of Hornets for convoy killing purposes, because Hornets are better at that than the harpoons. Okay, I got no spare bombs. So, we'll load everyone up with Meku HL7s because the Prometheus R is junk. Interesting. Don't have enough Hornets to supply Beta Wing, apparently. Harpoons to supply Beta Wing, apparently. Alright. That's that. Let's hit it.
Oppenheimer here. Jamming equipment is online.
Roger that, Oppenheimer. We expect the enemy escort wings will arrive soon. The convoy should be here soon after that. Pilots, your mission is twofold. Destroy all vessels and protect the Oppenheimer. If it or its jamming equipment is destroyed, or the enemy escapes, the NTF will undoubtedly send reinforcements.
Copy command. Beta, you guard the Oppenheimer. We will engage. Alpha and Gamma will engage the fighters.
Here come the escorts. Hit them hard while we have surprise on our side.
Very well. Surprise!
The NTC Brutus has just entered the system. The supply convoy won't be far behind. We estimate you have 30 seconds to take down before its drives recharge. The first half of the supply convoy has arrived. We estimate you have 45 seconds to take them out before their drives are recharged.
General engagement.
NTC Brutus has been destroyed. Good work. Command. Subspace. Estimated time of departure is 45 seconds. Moving plans.
Is that the only one?
Excellent flying. The entire supply convoy was annihilated.
Excellent.
Acknowledged. GTSC Oppenheimer is now departing.
Excellent.
Good work, people. Return to base.
Alright, all fighters jump out. Alright, first in, last out. Let's go.
Excellent performance, pilot. The NTF convoy was rather large, and though they were freighters, flying in formation as they were, greatly increased their defensive fire. Also, those ships were doing their best to get their jump drives online ASAP. The speed with which the convoy was dispatched demonstrates admirable skill. You destroyed every one of the escort fighters which arrived. Moreover, most of them were killed before the convoy arrived in the area, thus making your interception of the convoy much simpler. Good work. You also managed to destroy the NTC Brutus, a Fenris-class cruiser that jumped in shortly before the convoy and had been serving as the convoy's escort. No, it is just a Fenris. It is one less cruiser that the NTF have at their disposal. The NTSC Oppenheimer survived the battle, though it sustained some moderate damages. This has been explained away by supposedly operating in an asteroid field. The operation was a success. No NTF vessels escaped, and the Oppenheimer is still believed by the rebels to be a loyal science vessel.
Excellent. No recommendations. Statistics. 12 total kills and 3 assists. 1 Ulysses, 2 Hercs, 2 Lokis, 1 Triton, 1 Triton container, 2 Poseidons, a couple more containers, and a Kronos. So, that was it for The Hunt Begins, the first mission of the Vasudan branch of Pandora's Box for Freespace 2. Here on Paladin Gaming, this is Paladin Gaming, signing off.